Take a listen.
I've had guys try to control like what I wear and say that I can't work at strip clubs or do OnlyFans or whatever.
Oh, sorry, was there more?
No, and that's...
Okay. Is it because they're insecure, or is that just them having boundaries and standards?
I feel like that's... I mean, you knew what I was doing before you met me, right? So all of them knew exactly what I was doing before they met me, which brings it to, yeah, if you have a problem with what I do before you meet me, maybe don't get involved with me.
Does she have a point that, well, they already knew I was doing this? Yeah, okay, sure, you're right. They probably shouldn't have been drawn to you in the first place. But the point is that once they try to get you away from this lifestyle, it's not an indicator of insecure men. It's actually could be an indicator that people think that you're better than the career that you have.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to front. What I might say might seem a bit controversial in the beginning, but let me pull it together. The girl is actually right. The girl that said specifically that you knew what I did for a living, right? You knew what I did for a living. So if you fell in love with me like that, you can't sit there and try to change me or try to change things about me. You have to be able to accept me as if. She's absolutely correct. On the flip side, I'm not necessarily against what Candace Owens said either, right? What did she say? She was like, well, the guy probably sees more value in you than you likely see in yourself. And as a result of that, you know, maybe he wants to take you out of that and try to do better for you, right? But in the wise words of the best rap trio on earth as we speak, well, they're probably more than a trio, but I'm gonna call them a trio. 3 6 Mafia, ladies and gentlemen, do not save her. She does not want to be saved. I repeat, do not save her. She does not want to be saved. You see, that fast money hits different. I know this, right? I compare OnlyFans modeling, if you do it the right way, I guess, to selling drugs on the street. Let me make sure I preface by saying, A, I've never sold drugs a day in my life. And B, I do not own an OnlyFans account. But when you look at the adrenaline that comes with people who get to fast money, that shit is addicting, right? So if she's in a position where stripping and OF is really taking care of her, allowing her or affording her a lifestyle that she probably otherwise would not have had if she had a regular 9 to 5, then you can imagine her appeal and her attractiveness to it. And we've talked about it before. A lot of people won't see the light at the end of the tunnel and how it could potentially backfire, you know, long term. A lot of people don't see that. They just see the short term upfront cash that they get, and they're probably not necessarily predicting their own downfall. And you know what happens when your content doesn't hit like it used to. What happens when you age a little bit? Maybe your body don't look as good as it did when you first started stripping, and you know there's that downtick. Unless you got a great investment plan, unless you got a great portfolio put together, a little real estate on the side, chances are you're going to probably crash and burn. But of course, you don't see that right now. No different than, like I said, if you out here on the block dealing that weight, whatever you're selling. That fast money quick, right? And, you know, long term, if you in the game long enough, you hear it from the best of them, you know, you're going to end up dead or in jail, right? You're going to get robbed, end up dead or in jail. Like, it's just natural. Because that's what happens in a career field or industry like that. So that fast money, yes, like I said, is addicting. But if you don't see the value in yourself, and clearly I don't think she sees it in herself right now, she just is one of them people that don't want to be saved. And you should just let her be what she's going to be. Because sometimes the proof is in the pudding. The experiences that they have are definitely going to show them the error of their ways. And sometimes we try our best to make sure that we don't allow it to get out of hand before it's too late. But sometimes you just have to let the series or sequence of events happen so that they can experience themselves where they truly indeed messed up. You have a lot of girls that, because they can make their own bread and they want to be independent, maybe they're not looking to be a wife, maybe they're not even looking for anything serious. When it comes down to you now wanting to settle down, there's nobody to settle down with, because likely all of your potential suitors who could actually do something for you at the time that they wanted you, you probably didn't want them, but they probably moved on, right? So you can't run that back. And if they don't want to be saved, don't save them, right? Don't save them. They do not want to be saved. It's sad, but it's the reality of the world. And again, this isn't just bashing women, because, you got some dudes out there that will play the field and, find that having a multitude of different women at a particular period of time is fulfilling to them at that moment. And then that moment where they like, yo, the one chick or the one girl that was actually down for me, like the one that'll cook for me, take care of me, and do all that shit, I played around on her. I mean, it goes both ways. So you'll see the logic in different scenarios and situations, right? But if you don't want to save them, don't save them because they don't want to be saved. I can tell you the truth. Marcus was a very reckless young man. And anybody who knows who Marcus is, y'all know who Marcus is, right? Marcus is a very reckless young man. I'm afraid to admit it. I'm ashamed to admit it. But had I not had a revelatory moment and had people in my corner who would look at me and say, Doc, you bugging? Family, what's going on? And this isn't like a cheating situation. This is just me coming to that come to Jesus moment where it's like, bro, this shit might be fun right now, but my man, you might want to look at something a little bit more than what you're trying to attain, right? Because it just don't always fit right? That's kind of what it was, one of them revelatory moments. Had we not had it, who knows where life will be right now? You know what I'm saying? So you just have to understand that there are some people that do not want to be saved. Baby girl right here looks like she one of them, and it's okay, right? It's okay. I choose not to fight against it. I choose not to butt heads with it, or that type of thought process. Oh, if you don't want to be with me, or you can accept me where I'm at, don't do this, da da da. If that's you, boo. For sure. I will never stand between a young lady and like what their dreams and aspirations are. Some people can't see past that short-term cash that's really, running up. So that's my time, effort, and energy, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I got. If you believe that baby girl was right, if a guy can't accept me where I'm at, he don't need to be around me. He knew what I was doing. That's on him. He want me to quit, but I don't want to quit. If you feel like she's right, or you feel like Candace Owens is right, where she was like, well, maybe a guy sees more value in you than you see in yourself. At least that's what I got from the video. If you believe that particular portion of the video is correct, you let me know. Because for me, all I'm saying is, like I said in the beginning, most of them don't want to be saved, right? Or they don't feel like they're in a situation where they need to be saved. And when that situation does come forth, wherein she's trying to get out of an industry, or she's trying to get away from something, and she'll have what is known as the Mia Khalifa effect. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but basically you try to distance yourself from a job that you had in the past that everybody knows you for. You try to distance yourself from it, but you can't, no matter what you try to do. And as many of you guys know, if you don't know, Mia Khalifa was once upon a time an adult entertainer, right? She's twice married, twice divorced. And it's like she can't get away from her past, right? No matter how you slice it, those videos you make are gonna stay forever, right? This girl and her online videos, they're gonna be there forever. People are gonna have access to that content for eternity, if you ask me, right? No different than the young lady Mia Khalifa who made a couple videos, adult videos and whatnot. Now all of a sudden she can't get away from it no matter how hard she tries. You see, that effect, it stays with you, and it's like a stain, right? It's kind of like a funk. You could be as gorgeous, I should say. I was just absolutely gorgeous. But if I know that you participated in certain type of activity that I do not believe is becoming of a young lady or a woman, guess what? I gotta let you go just because I can't be seen in the same room as you. I respect myself, I value myself, and if anybody knows about your content and I'm with you, people are gonna look at me like, yo, what kind of life decisions and choices are you making that you're associating yourself with somebody who does things like this? So rather than trying to save them, if they do not want to be saved, don't save her. The end. If you guys got any other content that you want me to react to, I will be glad to do so. MikeThePIGuy@gmail.com. This has been a good Doc, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc's on to the next one. Peace.